Hello and welcome back to ScaredyCat's Guide to the Ride. I tried filming this earlier, but Nemesis is noisy, so see how it goes, try again. Right, so Nemesis. I'm not going to beat about the bush. This is an intense ride, okay? It was billed as the most intense ride when it was opened. I think we can probably say that's maybe not the case nowadays, but she still gives as good as she gets. However, that said, I actually really recommend Nemesis as a good ride for people who are curious about inversions, or people who might be ready to move on from the likes of 13 or Wickerman or Spinball. Yeah, but why? Why do I do that if it's so intense? It comes back to my method about sensations, because if you are enjoying those sort of intense banking moments on Wickerman or the push of being on Spinball Wizard, then guess what? You're going to get that feeling just amplified when you come on Nemesis on those inversions. So it's actually a really good one for that reason. Also, I find sometimes if the theming's really good, that's enough of a pull to get me to do something which, I don't know, might make me like a little bit nervous, right? And as soon as you get into the area for Pin Valley, it's boom, theming, story. And I find that really helps to get on the ride. It's dark theming, but it's not scary theming. So it's just atmospheric. There are live actors in the area. They are not scare actors. Their job is to entertain, not scare the life out of you. Now, I am probably going to pause here because she's about to make a lot of noise, but I'll pick it up in a second and carry on with my guide. Yeah, sorry about that, folks, but trying to film in the Nemesis area, or the Nemesis containment zone, as I should call it, is a little tricky because the ride's noisy and there's a lot of stuff and things going on. But yeah, so I've told you why I think you should do this one. Now let's talk about the ride experience. So first of all, you might hear I'm a little bit out of puff. That's because it's a blinking long walk. Not gonna lie, that is a bit strenuous if you have maybe mobility concerns or things like that and you're not quite eligible for wraps. So try to do it on a quiet day so you can pace yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the
probably a good idea.
Reborn.
So yeah, picking back up there was a little bit of a staff announcement. But yeah, so talking about the experience, as I was saying, it's a long old walk down the queue line, but my god, it is a well-themed queue line. There's lots to look at, which brings me to my first bit of advice. If you're somebody, just letting the ride do her thing. If you are somebody who's going to look at the ride and make yourself nervous, there are lots of viewpoints around the Nemesis queue to look at the ride. My personal recommendation, don't. Not if it's going to freak you out. If you're somebody who can look at all the theming pieces and get excited, then do that, concentrate on that. And that's going to help you with getting on and beating your fear of Nemesis. So once you get around the queue line, you enter a station, which again, atmospheric. The theming is dark, it's not scary, just dark theming. And then you'll get assigned your row, put down the restraint, do out the buckle, and off you go. Come out the station, up the lift hill, and around the layout. So let's talk about that layout and that ride experience. Now I know for some people, one of the freaky things is the idea of having your legs dangling. It's probably in the category of you have to kind of just experience it to realise that actually you feel very safe, very secure. It's very hard to explain how it feels until you've done it. But the good news is, if you want to try that experience, you can get yourself down to Chesterton Wildwood Adventures, try out Vampire, get used to that feeling, and then attempt something bigger like Nemesis. Now, let's take the elephant in the room. Nemesis has a couple of inversions. Some people would say maybe not a good coaster for your first inversions. I fundamentally disagree for the simple reason that if you've experienced other rides, in the park that have intensity, then you're just going to get intensity plus one here. Just 1 second, it's going round. Merge to A phone, please. Merge to A phone. experienced that rush around corners on Wicker Man, or you've experienced the pin against your seat in Spinable Wizard, good news, you're going to get that by the bucket load by experiencing the inversions on Nemesis. So I would take that feeling and just know that you're going to get that joy in such huge volumes by braving this beast. So yeah, that's my tips. Hold on to the things you love. Try not to look at the ride on the way around if it's going to freak you out. Yeah, just give it a go. I say just give it a go. I know it's not that easy if you're feeling nervous of the ride. So yeah. But if you do give it a go, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how it went. And I'll see you next time. So yeah, got interrupted there. Here's a tip. If you don't want to risk social embarrassment, so yeah, here's a little tip. You don't want to risk social embarrassment, don't smoke in the queue lines, because then they have to do an announcement. Also, don't drop your flooding great bottle. Wow, this is going well. This might be an outtake reel. Might go for an outtake reel. Yeah.